Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. Make sure you stop by our online shop, check out our shirts and hoodies because this video is surely to get demonetized by YouTube. But that's the way it is. Now before we get to the main topic, talking about the late great Art Bell and some of the suspicions surrounding his recent passing, I want to talk about some other quick news stories, some UFO sightings. The first of which, is in regards to a couple of objects that just smashed into the moon recently. And you're seeing that in this looped over animation from a telescope showing two bright impacts hitting the moon one after the other, where you see this just bright flash of light emanating from the moon's surface. Now again, they're saying that these are meteorites or space rocks. You don't actually see the rocks hitting, but you definitely see the flashes. And get this, astronomers are speculating that the size of the meteorites that caused these huge flashes of light were no more than about the size of a walnut. And so they hit the moon's surface on July 17th. First the one hit, and then exactly 24 hours later, the second slammed into the same side of the moon. And while it certainly isn't uncommon for, rocks to strike the moon, it certainly does happen, but rarely are they captured on video. Now, there's videos in the past of this happening, but it is a rarity to catch it right at the exact moment that it happens. And, again, they're saying it's space rocks. What do you guys think? Strange lights have been seen on the moon for years. In fact, I'm going to give you guys a tip. If you haven't seen this yet, it's a really cool little piece of history that very few people know about. But there is an actual NASA report that is basically a chronological catalog of mysterious things being sighted or seen happening on the moon going back some 400 years. And it's known as NASA document TR-R-277 with the title Chronological Catalog of Reported Lunar Events. And I'll put the link to it down below. It's a PDF. And as you go through it, there's some pretty cool little sightings in here. It tells the year, where it was, the location, a description of it. For instance, there was one, I'm not going to go through every one, but some of them say things that look like clouds on the moon, fogs and mists seen on the moon, strange lights, explosions, flickering, things flying past the moon, casting shadows down on the surface. So it truly is a catalog of just every sort of anomaly you can think of, all the way back to the 1500s. So yeah, it's a very interesting document. Again, I'll put the PDF link down below. You don't have to download it, and you guys can look through it. Little neat piece of history. So now, in other news, here's some footage sent in by a man who was working on a boat with a friend at Lake Norman at Morrisville, North Carolina, when he described seeing what was a cigar-shaped ship sitting silently in the sky. Now, mind you, this video, unfortunately, is really shaky. What are you going to do? But here in a minute, we'll stabilize and I'll show you some still images of the object.
Hey, this is a spacecraft. You see that? All right, this is all I can get of it. Y'all gotta go.
Okay, so yeah, here I'm showing you a couple of still frames of it. Definitely an object of some sort. Originally I thought, well, maybe could this be a blimp or something? but you'll notice that the object is extremely slim and it's extremely long. Now, I know there are various blimps out there. According to the viewer here, it wasn't a blimp. Now, we can just take his word for it. He said it definitely looked like a ship. He said when he first saw it, the nose was pointing up towards the sky, and that it literally frightened him, and he said he had to get out of there. Hightailing it out of there, so I definitely, I told him I'd post it here. So anybody over Lake Norman, put your comments down below. Lastly, in UFO sightings, we have some images here. Well, a image snapped by a photographer who was doing some nighttime shots of the stars. He's camping out here in the mountains. One of the images, after he got it back home, he noticed that there was something streaking or moving up in the sky. And when he zoomed in to get a better shot, indicating some sort of movement, led back to this sort of glowing triangular object sitting up amongst the starry sky. And what was strange is because obviously this is like a time-lapse image, so you could get a very bright shot of the stars. And I would think if this was a plane or something like that, then you would just see, a bright streak and a trail moving across the sky. Not this sort of strange movement that you're seeing here. I'm not a photographer. This may not be indicative of movement at all. This may be some sort of glitch caused in the camera by the object. I don't know. So I definitely wanted to post it here. Definitely looks like a perfect triangular shape. Sticks out like a sore thumb in the photograph, that's for sure. So could this be the infamous TR-3B? Very well could be. Could it be something natural? Of course. But, all we can do is post it and put the evidence together piece by piece. So tell me what you think about that. And lastly, before we get to the main topic, the mysterious booms currently happening around the country have continued. Check out this news clip of what is happening, this time in East Tennessee.
Questions come into 10 News, at least they have recently, about mysterious booms heard across East Tennessee. We get these from here and there, and then we've seen a series of them lately. Yesterday, we looked into those loud booms reported in Maryville Monday night, and now viewers say they're hearing similar things in other places, including Lenoir City and Dandridge, and lots of people have theories. In this 10 Listens report, Shannon Smith made several calls to pin down the source of the mysterious noise.
National Weather Service.
Yes, this is Norby with the Public Affairs Office at the 134.
You're looking to find out about apparently some loud noises.
Many of you are asking what caused loud booming noises in Maryville Monday, and some are reporting similar noises in Jefferson City, Sevierville, and more. So we made some calls.
Hey there, this is Shannon with WBIR. How are you?
And asked the burning question.
I was hoping to speak with somebody back there at the National Weather Service who could maybe answer some questions about booms, loud booms that they said rattled the walls of houses.
Maryville police said they couldn't find the source of the booms. We talked with a geologist at UT Tuesday who ruled out some of the more obvious theories.
A boom like that is not likely an earthquake.
He also said no to the idea of a sonic boom. Calls into the National Guard, National Weather Service, Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation, and the closest quarry to Maryville didn't lead to answers either.
We absolutely are not aware of these booms, and it's not from anything that we're doing here.
We haven't heard anything about that. TDEC doesn't regulate noise.
Well, I appreciate you calling, but no, it certainly wasn't us.
No injuries or damages have been reported from the loud booms, and the mystery will go unsolved a little longer. Shannon Smith, 10 News.
A few experts suggested underground cave collapses could cause some of the rumbling, but that doesn't fit with reports of those loud booms, so we'll keep looking.
All right, so what can I say, guys? I mean, it's almost every other video now that we're hearing these mysterious booms. It's gone mainstream. We're not having to dig this up. These stories are being put out every other day. What more can I say? You saw the video. Something is going on. And all of the theories that they keep putting forth, trying to explain this away, they never connect. They never correlate with what the witnesses have said. Something weird is going on, either above us that we can't see or something underground. Tunneling, construction, I don't know. Again, tell me your opinions down below. So, lastly today, if you didn't know, earlier this year in April, the well-known, well-liked, and veteran host of the late-night radio show Coast to Coast, Art Bell, passed away. And up until now, we didn't have any answers. Granted, the guy was 72 years old, but seemed to be in relatively good health, you know? He was an American broadcaster and author, the founder and the original host of Coast to Coast AM, which I know millions of people, spent their late nights and mornings listening to for years. And while we have just gotten news out as to what caused his demise, and I'm a little shocked, to say the least, and other people are saying that, well, this reeks of a cover-up, or something has happened. I won't speculate too far just because I don't want to. Well, I'll just let you guys hear basically what has come out. But they're saying that his demise stated as, quote, the result of multiple drug intoxication from his own lawfully prescribed prescriptions. Okay, so that means the medicines were his. But what was found inside him was it's a cocktail that even the most bold people wouldn't do because of what could happen. But basically, they found 4 prescription medications in his system. And these are some all heavy hitter regulated medications. They found oxycodone, hydrocodone, diazepam, which is an anxiety medication, and something called carisoprodol or carisoprodol. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's a muscle relaxant. So the first 2 are extremely powerful pain medicines, which I don't understand. I mean, you can either take, one's a little bit more powerful than the other, but to combine them like that, I don't understand. Then that combined with the muscle relaxant and then the anxiety medication, which is well known for putting you out. I mean, it knocks you out. To put those 4 together, I mean, it's just, most doctors would tell you not to combine, specifically not combine those 4 medications. I mean, you're just asking for a really bad outcome. And yeah, that's all the information we have. They don't say whether, well, they say it was accidental. So obviously, I don't know how you can accidentally take all 4 of those medications. I mean, that would put you in a coma. And I just, hence the reason people are suspicious. It just, some have said that's not like him. He would know better. So, obviously being related to his radio show and all the crazy stuff he spoke about during the years, he would have to have known some, a lot of information from people calling in. He did exactly what I do here, only much better than I do. So tell me what you guys think. I'll put the article to this down below. Do you think there's something to this? Do you think it's just an accident? I mean, I don't know. Either way, it's tragic, but I cannot see a smart, intelligent person combining those specific 4 medications. You're just asking for something like this to happen. Unless he had maybe a private problem, that could be another thing. It happens. So either way, Art Bell will always be remembered for his work on Coast to Coast. No one will do a better job than he has, and we salute him for paving the way for people like me and other researchers today, and having made us want to get into this topic and research. So tell me your opinion down below, guys. Thank you again for stopping by. I'm going to get back to work here, so stay tuned, subscribe, check out our online shop, look sharp, support the truth, and I will see you all back in just a bit.